Hi there, I'm Andrew, you're watching ThatGamerAjax, and today is going to be a little bit different compared to my usual videos because I just recently got started into the realm of solo tabletop games. Let's be honest, every once in a while you get that craving to play a tabletop game, but your group is either not available, or your DM isn't available, or you can't get the timing to match up. So I wanted to branch out a little bit, and this is actually a game that I've had for quite a while, and I finally had the pleasure of playing it recently, and it is the Broken Cask by Derek A. Kamal. And I have to say that this has really kind of opened up some of the possibilities for me with what I'm going to be looking for in games moving forward if my group is unable to play. So when it comes to a solo tabletop game, they are usually relatively light, they are very easy to pick up, and you really need the minimal kind of requirements. For this, all I needed was a journal that I had lying around, a couple of six-sided dice, and a pencil or pen. I opted for pen just because I'm a sadist, and that is kind of how I'm used to writing at this point. But the game is very simple. With this one in particular, you take on the role of an innkeeper dealing with some of the day-to-day, week-to-week, and sometimes month-to-month kind of events that are going on around you. You start by kind of randomly rolling, or picking if you would rather do so, the qualities of your inn. So let me just read you a little bit about the Elf and Marigold Inn that I made for myself when I sat down for my first session of this. To quote, "The Elf and Marigold Inn is located over a river. There are magical bookcases everywhere. It's full of quiet reading nooks, and there are magical moving book trolleys going all around the place. It's a plain old pub with regular townsfolk and laborers as the primary clientele. The signature drink is tea fermented with stone fruit and bird beaks. And for entertainment, it is a drama hotspot, and there are a lot of acting troupes and playwrights that call this place their home. The signature meal is a sumac bean curd pie, and with some of the unique services that are offered here, it's a regular stop for flying coaches that are passing through the area. You also get to add in a couple of anomalies and pets and strays. So for example, the Elf and Marigold Inn that I created has a demon in the back that likes to play cards with people, and there's a large chameleon that likes to make its way around the place. And along with this, you get to pick some of the qualities of your innkeeper as well. So for example, my innkeeper has a military background, which kind of gives me some bonuses when dealing with unruly guests, for example, if that situation arises. And then you also start off with a couple of staff members that you can roll for charts on using your six-sided dice. I have to say that creating the inn was probably the most fun part for me. If you run a game such as Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder or any other kind of fantasy setting and you need to come up with inns and like what they have on the fly, you could use this as an external kind of source book. There's a lot of really good ideas in this book. Now, when it comes to actually playing the Broken Cask, I have to say it's pretty simple. You can be as narrative driven or statistics driven as you like. I will say that the game, it's not like an in-depth simulator, it's just that you deal with situations as they arise. When you start your session, you kind of sit down, you roll on a chart to determine what kind of thing is going to happen. For the session that I played, it was a lot of gardening, actually. And then you choose one of your staff members to take care of that while they still have the morale left. Once your staff morale is depleted, usually by missing certain skill checks, then your session is over, and then you can move on to your next session if you feel like playing, or that's usually a good place to put a pin in it. I will say I was playing the game for probably about a little over an hour or so for my first session, and I have to say quite a bit happened actually. I mean, I chose to set it a month after opening the Elf and Marigold Inn, and I just wanted to get very narrative with it. There are suggestions on how to take your notes as you are playing this game, but really whatever is comfortable with you is going to be the best way to do it. The best way that I can describe this was that it was kind of like taking a mental bubble bath. Honestly, it was very relaxing. If you are familiar with the book Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, it is a very good source of inspiration. It's honestly really what pushed me into wanting to play this. Now, my understanding is that they are working on making a kind of multiplayer version of this game. I believe that it did successfully kickstart, and they are looking at releasing that in the near future at this point. But if you're wanting to play something that doesn't require a whole lot of mental effort and you're still able to have a fun, cozy little story, this would probably be a very good game for you. And I have to say that after playing this, after having it for so long, I'm very interested in other solo tabletop games. I know that I have a few that I got from bundles that I'm definitely going to be checking out. I've seen a few kind of actual plays of other ones that I really want to look into. But if you are an advocate of solo tabletop games, please let me know in the comments. I am always looking for new games. But that is actually going to go ahead and wrap it up on this one. I think that the Broken Cask is definitely a game to check out. And even if you have a partner that maybe isn't so big into tabletop games, kind of like mine is, or if you want just something very cozy and very easy to play, this is going to be a great game for you. And I have to say, it's very affordable as well. But that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.